Good morning. How are you? Today is March the 18th, and yes, I'm still self isolation day 3. So, with that being said, I wanted to come on and give you some tips to self isolation, or for those of you who are just home because your company is closed. We're doing that social distance kind of thing right now. So, one of my tip number one is to get into a routine. It is so important for us to be in a routine. Very important for us not to be sleeping all day because we have no work to do. Routine is very good for us so that we could remain productive. So after all this is said and done, we are back to reality. We're back to normal and we are ahead of the game. Number two, keep moving. And with that being said, I'm in my workout gear. I'm going to exercise at home in my isolated room. It's so important for us to keep moving because we're home. We could be in the bed and we could be sitting on the couch all day. And the only time we get up is to go shower or to the kitchen to get something to eat. And that's not being active. So we need to find ways to exercise, whether we run up the stairs, walk up the stairs, go on YouTube and get a 5, 10, 15-minute video. And every day we just need to keep it moving. Number two, we need to drink plenty of water. If you're like me, when I'm home, I forget to drink water, and when we do that, our body is lacking the moisture that it needs, and everything depends on the moisture, or hair, or skin. You know, everything depends on the moisture, and it's a very good time for us to monitor how we eat. It's easy for us to just eat junk, and because we are all or most people are stocking up on food, we're also stocking up on junk. So there's lots of junk food in the house, so we need to think about our health. We don't want, after all this crisis, we're 5 pound heavier and now we have other health issues. So we need to monitor our health, monitor the food that we're eating, try to eat as healthy as we can, and drink as much water as you can. Our body needs you. The people outside need you. And after this quarantine, we all need you. So we need to do what we need to do. Number four, be creative with your family. Now is the time to bring those creativity out. Remember when you were a child and we didn't have, I'm speaking to the older generation, because up until 20 years ago, we still didn't have a lot of the internet and cell phone. I remember using pagers, up until 20 years ago. Right. Cell phone. I'm in Canada. Cell phone wasn't even something that we had. Only business people had cell phone, right? So, what were some of those creative things that we used to do with our family? Now is the time to bring that back, to prevent our children from being on the computer and watching TV all day. Now it's time for us to self-teach our kids. Whatever that we used to learn. Remember, learning is not only in the classroom; it begins at home too. How did your parents used to teach you? Bring back some of those old methods. Teach our children some of our culture. Now is the time to do that. Be creative. Number five, this is so important. We should check in on people on a regular now. I know there's a lot of people on my list that I haven't spoke to this year, or for most of last year. So I'm going to be intentional and check in on those people. Now is the time to recreate some relationship that you've been meaning to create. Right now is the time to ensure that everybody within your circle and around you are okay, and just say hey, just checking in, and that's it. And number six, relax. We are so we are so caught up in this fast-paced life that is like that we grew up in, and it's time for us to just take it easy and relax. I remember my grandparents back in the days, they would just get up and life was easy. There was no rushing, hustling, bustling. Let's get back to those days. Just relax. Our body need us to relax, and maybe that's the reason why we're going through what we're going through, because we need to stop, take a pause, and relax. So have a great day, and I hope this tip helps you. Bye.